The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. The Dome, home to the Orange in Syracuse University. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Syracuse Orange. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Clemson's offense will have first crack at this one. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Wilson to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. So Syracuse's offense will take the field for the first time. The matchup we'll be watching in this one really takes you back. Big-time running back going right into the face of a tackling machine at linebacker, David.
Yeah, and we're going to see this individual battle a lot. Not just in pass coverage when they match up, but just meeting in holes. And who's going to win when they go head-to-head? That will be a big factor in who wins this football game. But, Jesse, one-on-one, this is going to be a show.
And this is going to be an incredible matchup that's going to go on until there's zeros up on the clock. Both of these guys have circled this game on the calendar because they knew who they were going to be facing. And two guys we know are going to play at the next level. But I think this is probably one of the better individual matchups we're going to see all season long.
Fires to the tight end. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. The Orange now facing a 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Milner. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Orange will have to punt. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He strike downfield.
Great job by the receiver catching that curl route. And did you see the way he came back to the football? That's a great lesson for a lot of young receivers out there. You create separation by coming back to the quarterback.
Hauls it in. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Oh, he got loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after him. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Wilson will throw. Catch in the middle, it's Lacy. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Got it on the outside. It's Lacy. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. Here comes Clemson with another first down. Quarterback may change this route. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Running back searching for a hole. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Second down coming up.
We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats.
7, Syracuse 0.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Maldonado. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the fourth down.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The offense changing the play. Wilson to pass. He's got it. Still running at the 40. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. He spins that thing down the middle.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. To the air on first down. Safe completion on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
To the air on second down. Fires to the big fella. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down.
How about the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch?
This offense will snap it from the 42 on first and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
He'll pull it on the read. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Syracuse needs to come up with a big third down play to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. Here's the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown Tigers! Stealing a score on special teams. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. They'll run it from the gun. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole thing.
Oh, better look out. There he goes. Quick step and go. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Caught in the backfield, it's Milner. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Orange with a lot of work to do on 3rd and long. Here comes the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Defense has it, they're on the move. Turns it on down the left side. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wilson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd, man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, one last update on one of the best rivalry games in the sport, the battle for the Little Brown Jug. Michigan came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Really unexpected outcome in this Big Ten matchup, and the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Leaves it with the back. Finds a little space. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Offense, quick tempo. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's McFadden. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wilson to pass. Bringing the heat. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Lacey. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good first half of football in a great town like Syracuse. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the dome in lovely central New York.
Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me, too.
Trying to set up the screen. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Rush is on him. Out of the backfield, he's open. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Working that left side now. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Throws for the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, this offense has really struggled so far early in this game, and the passing game particularly. A lot of that is on the quarterback, but at some point you need guys to step up and help him out. That was a very good throw. His receiver has got to be able to make that catch. It just takes one play to get momentum and build some confidence, but the guys around the quarterback, they've now got to step up for this offense.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wilson will throw. Finds the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time. Now, it used to just be in the red zone. Now, you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
Snagged out of the air. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10.
Love the accuracy on that curl throw by the quarterback, putting it right in the numbers, right in the breadbasket.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Tigers. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
Syracuse, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
Here's the pressure. The short hands. It's Maldonado. The Orange will have to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Wilson to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Lacey. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
He's going to let it go. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And that's a really good play. That's a bomb. That's thrown way down the field. A lot of times we need to do what? Get a little bit handsy, get my hands, force a PI, stayed calm, did a nice job staying the course, got his hand on the football for the deflection.
Fires to the wideout. This time he's got it. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. On the move is the 30. Breaks into the open. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Going to be very interesting to see what the fallout from this one is, because as we know, you can't lose games in the SEC like this without some blowback.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Using his feet. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man downfield. There he goes. The 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
He'll try to tack on one more. They get the extra point on the board, but they're still down 35-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off by going up top. 81 yards on the touchdown pass. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly complete. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Wilson will throw. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You're probably not going to always live in man-to-man and put your safety, especially your free safety, on a wide receiver, on a guy with great speed. But really nice coverage, nice defense, nice job staying between the receiver and the quarterback and swatting that ball to the ground.
Unloads it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Creates a little room. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up.
Syracuse, 7th.
So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Orange.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Cooks. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want
looking deep. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And the Tigers come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Trying to burn this defensive back. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Clemson. And they take it in for 6 more points. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Syracuse, 14.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This offense heads back onto the field. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Trying to take it back. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Coastal Carolina is getting dominated today. And friends, the folks in Conway deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 31 to Georgia State. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the returner will be knocked down. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the tight end. They'll run play action. Got it behind the line. It's Phillips. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Syracuse will send out the punt team. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Got the 1st down and more. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Turning it on. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying play action. That's reeled in. It's Lacey. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wilson to pass. It's caught. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. It's really not hard to find the difference between this game and the loss last week. Turned it over 3 times a week ago, none today.
And just a great response. Last week, you know, was probably the reason you lost, and you didn't take care of the football. But now you step out here, you show your team you can bounce back, you can lead, take care of the football, and lead this team to victory.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Big fella moving. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the point after is good. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score.
Syracuse, 14.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
A loss of 11 on the play. Today's final score.